Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Teri Hunter. I'm an angel therapy practitioner, intuitive astrologer, empowerment coach, and Reiki master. And I'm here today with, this week I say, pick an angel card reading. These readings are designed to help you connect with your intuition, connect with your team of heavenly hosts, guides, and angels, and to empower you to trust your intuitions. What I believe I do as an angel therapy practitioner is I connect with the momentum of your belief system. And as a result of your beliefs, that's how you take your actions. And it is in the alignment of your beliefs with the goals you want to attain and the viability of that. You know, some people think that their goals are pie in the sky, and in doing so, they're inadvertently more invested in the lack than they are the abundance. So as an angel therapy practitioner, I'm here to help my clients align to abundance, to align to miracles. And miracles are simply an energetic agreement that what you're endeavoring is possible, feasible, and inevitable. And in doing so, your belief is so strong that you kick in the laws of attraction. And as the laws of attraction kick in, then you kick in the laws of allowing. And as you allow the experience to come in and more deeply believe that you deserve that experience, then it becomes more rooted into your earthly life. So this week, I want you to pose your question in such a way that is not disempowering to you, but rather empowering to you. So disempowering questions look like, what will happen? Will my boyfriend come back? Will I make the money that I need? No, those questions I don't think are really the most viable. I think when you say to spirit, how can I connect to the outcome I want? Or what dynamics can I purport? What belief systems, what actions can I take to help facilitate the experience I want, to get the job I want, to have the money I need, to create that lover? So as you work with spirit and pose your question in such a way that gives you power, I think you're going to be using these angel card readings much more effectively and efficiently. So let's go into angel reading number 1. In our foundational position, we have Isaiah saying it's time to give birth to new situations and new dynamics in your life. And then we have the burden card. We have the Earth Fairy and Azure. Azure says your desired outcome will happen in the near future. Have patience and faith and don't try to force it. And then we have the Earth Fairy, which is about physical health, grounding, and foundations in our opportunity or our obstacle. In the angel's advice, we have Akasha, the spiritual teacher, and the birth and the rebirth card. And then in the final position, we have the spider and we have the angel Maya, which represents education. So this is what I want to go with. Those of you that picked angel reading number 1. I feel like right now what Spirit is saying is that it's a bit of a burden to give life to new ideas and new situations. We are hearing a lot in the media that feels very oppressive, feels as if it's taking some of our freedoms away from us. And at the same time, there is a sense of a bigger purpose to all of this. And I feel like Spirit is saying, for those of you that picked angel reading number 1, to really look at how much time you're spending giving birth to the idea that you're protected, that there are new things coming, and how much are you stuck in the burden of what is going on through this human transition right now. Because Azure is saying your desired outcome will happen in the near future. Have patience and faith and don't try to force it. And then we have the Earth Fairy. And I believe that this is coming into the material world. So what you want to experience, and I believe this is about freedoms. I believe this is about just the idea of freedom of thought, freedom of speech, freedom of movement, freedom of enjoyment, freedom to make choices. Because In the in the Angel's Advice, we have Akasha, the teacher, and the birth and the rebirth card. And it's in direct connection to Azure saying that your desired outcome will happen in the near future. And what I think this is not necessarily that you who picked angel reading number 1 are a spiritual teacher, but as a result of your trusting, there's a bigger picture, trusting that the desire that you want will indeed come to fruition and that you don't have to push on it. And when I say push on it, I mean that's worry about it, overthink it, fret about it, micromanage it. There's sort of an opportunity to put an intention out and then allow spirit to start to align in the physical experiences, those clues and those breadcrumbs that are leading you there, because that's how I think you will be a spiritual teacher, because you will give birth to the idea that what you want is viable and coming into the material world. And in the final position, I have the spider and I have Maya. And what I think happens here is that as a result of really connecting with the idea of your focus, are you focused in on the idea that spirit has your back? Are you focused in on the idea that sometimes disruption is actually a doorway to a bigger version of yourself, a bigger version of love, a bigger version of material resources? Because I think that what Maya is saying is that you're getting an education on your ability to focus on whether you're protected and new life is coming, or the burden of what we're hearing all over about what's going on in this world. Because I think as you learn that your own energetic dynamic, your own focus has a way of insulating you from what may be experienced by the masses. Oftentimes when there are challenges, certain people will become very affluent or very materially secure as a result of it. I can't help but think about the people who make plexiglass. And in the year 2020, I would bet their sales went through the roof, because next thing you know, we are all standing behind plexiglass in every environment we walk into. So for those of you that picked angel reading number 1, to summarize, I think Spirit is asking you to spend a moment and decide how much time you're focused on burden and how much time are you focused in on new life, and how your opportunity and your obstacle is to believe that you don't have to force anything, that you can just set an intention with sort of this pure, innocent trust in spirit, and you will see it happen in the physical world. And in doing so, you will inadvertently help counsel others to align to their same energetic dynamics. And in doing so, you will root this into your physical experience, which will then create these experiences over and over again. It's very, very powerful. All right, let's go on to angel reading number 2. In our foundational position, we have the angel Caressa and we have the fire fairy. Caressa talks about at the end of a chapter that there is a new chapter with new happiness that awaits. And then we have the fire fairy, which is about creative action and optimism. In the obstacle or the opportunity, we have the high priestess and we have the angel Mystique. And Mystique says to keep charging ahead and to expect miracles. When I see Mystique, I always see her coming from the dark and into the light. And sometimes it isn't until we end a chapter and we have sat in a darkened place, in a place of reflection, that we then can give new life to something. Because in the angel's advice, there is the opportunity for joy when we really connect with spirit with our true desires and intentions. And then in the final position, we have the wealth card, and we have Francesca saying that you're, what do you desire right now? Focus on that and it will come about. Focusing on the challenge, the worry, the negativity, the lack will block. So this is about harmonious wealth, not just money. So this is what I want to offer for those of you that picked angel reading number 2. The fire fairy represents to me the spark of an idea, inspiration. It hasn't actually come into the material world yet. It's still sort of mulling around in the ether of my mind. And I feel like that this caress is saying you're coming to the end of a life cycle is an opportunity to actually stand in a more favorable light. It may not be in your material experience, but it feels like an intention that is becoming more tangible to you. And in doing so, you're feeling more inspired to continue ahead. Even though you can't necessarily see it manifest, it's feeling stronger and stronger in your spirit body, in your soul body, in your creative body. And in doing so, the angels are saying to focus on the joy. And when I say joy, I feel like it's like this. When I first started working for myself, I really thought I wanted to make a lot of money. And as the years ticked on, I realized that the money wasn't as powerful as the time, the freedom to enjoy my time and not have it filled with chores or paying bills or things. When I worked a Monday through Friday job, I really didn't enjoy my life as much as I do now because I had to cram in cleaning my apartment on my days off and getting all of my life maintenance done. So my point is this, that as I started to focus in on that time was really more important to me than money, but it was money that was going to give me time, I started to be more intentional with spirit about what I wanted. And so yes, a chapter closed, but I became more connected to the truth of my soul. And in doing so, I was able to spend more time describing to spirit what truly brings me joy and happiness. Because happiness doesn't really come from me having money or even spending money. It comes from the activities and the memories that I create with the result or the resources of money. And so I feel harmoniously wealthy. That harmonious wealth feels like comfort. It feels like trust. It feels like a sense of security in my own momentum, in my own vibration. And my awareness that negativity is in some ways an opportunity for me to see where I'm out of alignment with my own truth, with my own desires, with my own wants. And rather than fighting the negativity, I just start to focus in on what will it feel like when I'm back in alignment with the things that bring me joy. Okay, let's go on to angel reading number 3. In the foundational position, we have the wind fairy, which represents all sorts of communications, analysis, and thoughts. And then we have the angel Ray. And Ray will talk about yoga and exercise being essential, but she's sitting in a meditative position. And if you look at the yellow stripe, it represents our power chakra. And then it's flanked by the green stripe and the blue stripe, representing my heart and my voice, my throat chakra. So this is a connection with spirit into what is truly important to me, and how much of this is caught up in the busyness of my everyday thoughts versus my allowing myself to analyze those thoughts, and are they aligned to what truly makes me happy. I really believe that at this stage in the human experience, we have to look twice at what makes us happy. Because right now I feel like there's a superficial feeling, oh, this makes me happy. But if I look a little bit deeper, then I realize there's something more significant under it all. And there we have it. We have the magic of Merlin, balance, justice, and alchemy. And then we have Adriana saying she's leading you towards the answers to your prayers, through your dreams, through your intuitions, and through your hopes and desires. This is both your opportunity and or your obstacle, because when you give yourself permission to believe that there are forces outside of you that are working for your benefit, then you can see the idea of alchemy is really a pressurized situation that brings bounty. Because in the angel's advice is the angel Bridget asking me to look deeper into a situation and then to look, the horse is about my intuitions. It feels very Sagittarian to me, but it also might be about the potentials of going in a different direction. Recently I had an upset that I had a habit of the way that I thought about it and a habit of the way that I responded to this dynamic in my life. And the reason I bring it up is because when I looked deeper into the situation, I realized that I wasn't sad and I wasn't mad, but I was relieved to be able to go in a new direction, and a direction that was much more aligned to the truth of who I am. So in the final position, we have the partnership card and we have the angel Sonia. And I really believe this is not about a partnership with another human, but rather a partnership with those that watch over you on the other side, including deceased loved ones. Because your brain will tell you that only so much can happen. Your brain will tell you that what you see, what you think, what you read, what you speak is the truth, but there's more going on. And that's where your connection to spirit will help you alchemize, if that's a word, I don't know, but bring into your physical experience those desires that you have. But part of this situation is looking deeper into your desire and to find out if it's a current desire, if it is based on someone else's approval of you or their validation of you, and or if it's really authentic to you, because that's what the spirit is asking you to do. Look deeper, and if indeed your truth has changed, give yourself permission to go in a new direction, because spirit has got your back. And it is through your partnership with spirit that you will start to feel and trust a bigger picture of what those thoughts are telling you. So this is what I want to say about angel reading number 3. The mind, when it is plugged into the earthly experience, can be a bit noisy. That's why we call it the monkey mind. But when we connect with spirit, then the mind is used to foster inspirations. And those inspirations can be very subtle things that then open up a bigger story. And the bigger story is that when you follow the subtle inspirations, then you're validated that spirit has your back. And in trusting that partnership, you become braver and braver in the connection. So that's what I want to say for this week. Again, my name is Teri Hunter. I'm an angel therapy practitioner, intuitive astrologer, empowerment coach, and Reiki master. If you'd like to book a reading with me, I am available and my information is below in the description. Please like, please comment, please subscribe and share these videos if you're finding value in them. And I'll be back soon with another video. This next one's going to be on the full moon in Aquarius, which is going to be happening on the 22nd. I believe that's Sunday. Yes. So I'll be back this week, guys. Have a wonderful week. Peace out.